Good morning, YouTube. I know that it has been a while since you have seen my face around these parts because I really was searching for um, kind of what direction I should go in. And I made this video today to share with you um, a little bit of my journey. And it's kind of sort of a spiritual journey. I mean, you know what this video is about by just looking at the title alone. But let me just share my journey with you. I have been um, on this spiritual journey, I should say, probably, it's been a while. Let's just put it that way. Maybe since about 2008 is when I decided to leave the Christian church and to not consider myself as a Christian. A lot of times the question that I got asked was, well, what are you? And generally my answer is, why do I have to be anything? And so just recently, all those dots got connected for me, and I just want to share that with you today. Um, as I stated, I thought that why should I have to be anything? What I believe is that God is the creator of everything. God is the creator of all religions, all people, all things, all possibilities, all thoughts, all intentions, everything. God is the creator of it all. And what I like to consider, or what I like to call God for myself, because there's many names, of course, is the divine creator, the universe. I like to call God the divine energy. And just recently, all of those dots were connected for me when, shout out to Miki, a Facebook friend posted this video in a group that I belong to that was called I Am That I Am. And I told her, and I told a lot of people, I shared that video a couple times on my wall, and I told folks right off the back that this video has changed my life. But I really didn't know how it changed my life. But what it did do was plant that seed within me to learn more and to really seek out more the answer to what I have been searching for all this time. And we've all heard of the law of attraction. Some folks practice it more than others, and some folks don't practice it at all, or some folks do and don't even know that they're doing it. But I became intrigued with the law of attraction from watching that video, I Am That I Am. Because really what that video was saying, and if you know the Bible, I Am That I Am is from when Moses was talking to the burning bush and God instructed him to go and tell Pharaoh. Um, and Moses asked, who do I say sent me, or or who do I say, um, you are, he's basically just wondering who the heck are you? I'm talking to a bush that's on fire, and God told him, his name was I Am, and um, that was the pivotal moment for me, was learning that I am that I am. And so I began to become a little bit more intrigued, more than normal, about the law of attraction. Now, I'm big into universal law. I believe universal law works all the time, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. Universal law is always in play. And those laws are taught to us very young, whether you believe it or not. Those laws are taught to us. They're in the Bible. I've read parts of the Quran, but I'm not a big I'm not a big proponent of the Quran, so I can't say what's in there and what's not, or what's somewhere else and what's not. I do know the Bible. I've studied that, and I know that fairly well. So I know that there are universal laws that are in that Bible. Specifically, the law of attraction is in the Bible. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and it'll be given unto you. Also, the law of karma is there. Reap, you reap what you sow. And that's the law of karma, reciprocity, whatever you want to call it. So those laws are there, and we've known about them all this time, but we don't know how to practice them. We don't know how to use them. And so, in learning more about the law of attraction, I ventured out, to get this book, The Secret. Now, I've heard of this book before. I went to a critical thinking class some time ago, and the teacher was telling us, to go and get that book, The Secret, and read that book. I was like, The Secret what? Like, what's the name of the book? And he's like, everybody's like, it's The Secret. I'm like, The Secret what? Who's the author? No one knew the author. No one knew anything. All I wrote down in my notes was The Secret. I'm packing to move and I'm going through some things and I find those notes and I look at those notes and it says, read The Secret. Duh, I just watched this on YouTube. So I go to get the book, The Secret. They didn't have it, but they had some other books on law of attraction. So I grab a couple of those books. In the meantime, last weekend or the weekend before last, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, laying in bed and, watching Netflix, and I run across the movie, The Secret. It's a documentary. So I watch it. And boy, it just blew my mind away. And not in the sense that it's all new to me, just in the sense that it connected the dots. This is what my journey is all about. This is the answer to what the purpose is, in for me. Why is it the way it is, or what is this all about? It's the law of attraction. So this video today is for me to share with you the law of attraction and The Secret. Now, I'm not going to do all of that in this one video, but I'm making this video because I want you to know that the law of attraction is real. And there have been multiple times in my life when I have used the law of attraction and not even known it. I remember specifically, and I'll share one testimony with you, with cars. I had a Dodge Shadow. My very first car was a Dodge Shadow. And it was a used car. I think it was a 1988 or something like that, Dodge Shadow. I got it back in the 90s. It was probably 10 years old when I got it. 9 or 10 years old when I got it. And I rolled the thing till the wheels fell off, literally. The engine started going crazy. I think the radiator went bad and all kinds of things. And at that time, I had just joined Perfecting Church, and I wanted to get to church. I was hungry to get there and get some information about God and who God was and Jesus and what his message was. And all of a sudden, I didn't have a car to get way to the other side of town. And the car that I wanted really bad at that time was a Dodge Stratus. I wanted that car so bad. So bad I wanted that car. And so bad that I could see myself driving, manifesting that car in my mind, in my thoughts. I could see me driving it to work. I wanted that car. And what I did was I got one of those local car booklets that have all the used cars and new cars in there, whatever, and all the dealerships. And I strategically picked a dealership. Now, the dealership that I picked was a Dodge. It was a Plymouth Dodge dealer. And at the time, I didn't know that the Plymouth Breeze was the same exact version of the Dodge Stratus, just in the Plymouth, under the Plymouth brand. And so I picked out this dealership and I went there with no money in my pocket. No idea what my credit looked like. And I get there. It's me and my baby. I drive my car up there. It's, it's knocking and oil and all kinds of things. And I get there and I'm looking around the lot and the guy comes out and he says, can I help you? Pardon the truck over there. He says, can I help you? And I said, I want this car. It was a black Plymouth Breeze. I said, I want this car. He says, well, do you want to buy it or do you want to lease it? I'm like, I don't know and I don't care. All I know is I need to drive off with that car. I get in there. Of course, I hate dealerships. I hate sitting in there for hours and hours and hours. But at the end of the day, I drove, not walked. I drove out of there with that brand new 1998 Plymouth Breeze, my first ever brand new car. I didn't put a nickel down. I promised him, in fact, that I would bring the money back when I got my income tax return, which was weeks away. I hadn't even filed it yet. And that man let me drive the car away, no questions asked. That was the law of attraction. And I didn't even know. I didn't even know. And that's happened to me more than once in my life. Times where I fasted and prayed and seen things manifest because I had it in my mind on what I wanted in my life. And so, friends, I want to share with you the secret. The secret is the law of attraction. Every day I'm putting this into practice, every single day. And the only way, and on the video that on the documentary that I watched on Netflix, they said test it out. And you know what? I'm a firm believer in testing stuff out. I remember when I first learned about my angels and my guardian angels and how they're around us and how they're surrounding us. The book said, try it out. Call on one of your angels and tell them to show themselves to you. And tell them how you want them to show yourselves to you. With me, I'm not a big bird fan. Not a big bird fan. But I wanted to see feathers. I said, I want to see feathers. If you are around me, let me see feathers. And I would not doubt if in Arizona, in my rock lawn, because we had no grass, on a rock lawn, did feathers begin to show up. I got out of my car at work. There was a bird right there at the doorway. There was a bird sitting on my ledge outside of my office. Those feathers showed up, and I was a firm believer that my angels are surrounding me and are watching me every day. So this video also suggested that you practice the law of attraction and do it with something small. Now, we only measure things usually by something of value or monetary value. So a lot of people just say, well, show me some money. Now, I have one working already, one out there in the universe that I will manifest $5,000 in the next 30 days. That's already out there. Another small test that I'll let you in on is that I want checks in the mail. See, the way the law of attraction works is that you don't think on the things you don't want, because the universe does not know the difference between what you want and what you don't want. It only knows what you think. So if you're saying I don't want bills, then you're going to get more bills because you're thinking I don't want bills. The universe doesn't know that you don't want them. It just knows you're thinking about bills. So you're pulling those bills to you. So if you don't want bills, then you don't say I don't want bills, universe. You say I want checks. I want checks. And so what I'm drawing to me are checks. And I said, I want a check in my mailbox. Doesn't have to be every day, but I want checks in my mailbox. And I want more checks than anything else in my mailbox. So it's out there, and I believe it, and wholeheartedly I'm depending on going to my mailbox and getting some checks. Now, I've done this many times before, and I laugh to Lance all the time and say, one thing that I've always said, always held as sort of a mantra to me, not even knowing again about the secret, is that I'm never broke. I never confess that I'm broke. Never, ever, ever. If I have one nickel in my purse, I am not broke. I'm not broke. Therefore, I never say that I'm broke. And I always say that I'm always getting money. And I've shown that to Lance a few times when I've gone to the mailbox, when I really needed something and gone to my mailbox, and lo and behold, there's a check from somewhere that I didn't ask for, wasn't expecting. It's there. So that's what I'm going to put into practice, and I'll come back and show you when the checks start arriving, because they will be arriving. I believe that wholeheartedly. So with that said, I shared a little bit about what the law of attraction is, what the secret is, and basically I'll be coming back to share more on that and share a little bit more. But you begin to do your research, because this is not something I'm going to beat over anyone's head, because it's sort of like religion. You don't want to beat that over somebody's head. You just want to drop the dime, drop the seed, and let them go and learn on their own. But I'll be back to give you my updates, how I'm doing with the secret, because it works. and it's connected the dots for me. And I'm grateful to the universe. I'm so grateful to the universe for revealing that to me. It's been coming to me in bits and bits and bits and bits, pieces here, a piece there, and now it's all beginning to make sense. So, with that said, I'm in the process of moving, so I got to get going. I got to get stuff packed up because we're getting that truck tomorrow to get out of here. So, with that said, have a great, great, great afternoon, YouTube, and we'll see you the next time. Bye bye.